Iran's ballistic missiles appeared during a large pro-government rally at Engelab Square, Revolution Square, in Tehran, amid stalled peace negotiations with the United States. According to footage broadcast by Iranian state television, large crowds gathered at the square on the evening of April 21, just before U.S. President Donald Trump made statements regarding a possible extension of the ceasefire with Iran. A key highlight of the rally was the display of the Khorramshahr, for medium-range ballistic missile. Similar missile displays were also reported in rallies held in other cities across the country on the same day. The event took place against the backdrop of ongoing difficulties in U.S.-Iran negotiations. A commander from the Aerospace Division of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, warned of potential strikes on oil facilities in Gulf countries that maintain close ties with the United States. April 22 also marked the anniversary of the IRGC's founding. In an official statement, the force declared that it remains on high alert and is prepared to launch powerful strikes against enemy targets if necessary. The IRGC also emphasized the importance of maintaining vigilance even during a ceasefire. A report released on April 21 by the Center for Strategic and International Studies, SISE, stated that the U.S. military has used nearly half of its Patriot air defense missile stockpile, over 50% of THAAD interceptors, and significant portions of other munitions, including PRSM, JSSM, SM-3, SM-6, and Tomahawk missiles, during the conflict. SISE estimates that it may take the United States between 1 to 4 years to replenish these stockpiles. Despite this, experts believe the U.S. military still retains sufficient capability to continue operations if needed. The Pentagon affirmed that the U.S. remains the most powerful military force in the world and has all necessary resources to act at a time and place of its choosing. Meanwhile, U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM, reported that after just 1 week of enforcing a blockade in the Strait of Hormuz, the U.S. Navy had forced 27 vessels to turn back and, for the first time, opened fire to disable an Iranian cargo ship, further escalating tensions in the region. One notable incident involved the Iranian-flagged cargo vessel Tosca, which was intercepted in the Gulf of Oman after attempting to evade the blockade. U.S. Marines boarded and inspected the vessel, and authorities are currently considering options such as towing it to Oman or allowing it to return to Iran if it remains operational. Analysts say the move was intended as a deterrent, sending a clear message that most ships would avoid entering the restricted zone. Iran has condemned the action and warned of possible retaliation if U.S. military operations continue. There were also unconfirmed reports suggesting Iran may have launched drone attacks against U.S. naval vessels in the area, though the Pentagon denied these claims. Strategically, Iran views the Strait of Hormuz as a critical geographic advantage, not only militarily but also economically. With its extensive coastline and strategically located islands, Iran is capable of deploying asymmetric warfare tactics to counter more technologically advanced naval forces. In this context, Iran's supreme leader emphasized the transition to a new phase in managing the Strait of Hormuz, transforming geographic advantage into long-term strategic power. On the other side, President Donald Trump stated that he prioritizes a diplomatic solution and believes a peace agreement is achievable. However, he also made clear that the United States is prepared to continue taking action if necessary. Previous negotiations between the two sides in Islamabad, Pakistan, failed to produce results after many hours of intense discussions, mainly due to disagreements over Iran's nuclear program. Meanwhile, Gulf countries, particularly Saudi Arabia, have expressed concern that escalating tensions could prompt Houthi forces in Yemen to block the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, a vital maritime choke point for global trade. Experts warn that if both the Strait of Hormuz and Bab el-Mandeb were disrupted simultaneously, it could trigger a severe crisis in global energy supply and international trade.